Hello BookTube. For this Tag Tuesday, I will be doing the New Year's book tag. This tag was originally created by Bookables, and I saw it just recently on Reading This Life. So I'll have links to both videos in the show notes down below. Question number 1. How many books are you planning to read in 2023? I normally aim for between 100 and 120 books every year. So roughly about 10 books a month. I usually do much better than that, but I like to play it safe in my planning. Question number 2. Name 5 books that you didn't get to this year in 2022, but want to make a priority in 2023. So, the one fiction on this pile of 5 books that I wanted to get to in 2022 and didn't is A Tomb of Sand by Geetanjali Shree, translated by Daisy Rockwell. This is a novel set during the partition of India and Pakistan, and it won the International Booker last year. And I've wanted to read it for a while. I think I was planning on reading it for Women in Translation Month, and it flew by me. So I'm hoping I'll get to it this year. That's largely why this was one of the first books I put on my 12 TBR. So hopefully I will get to this year. That is definitely the plan. The other 4 are all history. So first up is Lost Paradise by Elizabeth Drayson. This is a history of Grenada, and I wanted this book ever since I saw it in the Head of Zeus catalog. And I decided to wait for the trade paperback, which released like late last year, and I picked it up once it was released, and I'm really looking forward to getting to it, and I really wanted to get to it last year, but time got away from me. I also had made a commitment and had a desire to read the whole of the long list for the Kundal Prize. The Kundal Prize is a literary prize that specializes in history writing, and I decided last year that I wanted to read along with the prize. I've had a desire to read along with a literary prize for a while, and since I'm really more interested in history than anything else right now, I thought reading along with the Kundal would be great, and so I wanted to read the whole of the long list. I did manage to at least get the short list and the final list, although minus some of the bails. But one of the works on the long list that I really wanted to get to and I haven't gotten to yet is Kingdom of Characters by Jing. So I'm hoping I'll get to this sometime this year. Although I didn't put it on any of my lists, which maybe I could. Well, I mean, obviously the history component of the 12 TBR ended up getting moved over to Historathon, which maybe because I think the timeline for that would be later in the year, though. So I don't know how I'm going to work that out. Anyway, we shall see. Moving on. For part of my Victober, okay, let's backtrack. So I wanted to be part of Victober this year, but instead of reading Victorian literature, which I sometimes don't have much success with, I wanted to read some Victorian history. But I also got involved with the Kundal, so a lot of my Victober plans were put on hold. So one of the books I wanted to read for Victober was Victorious Century by David Cannadine. So hopefully I will get to it sometime this year. And finally, I've been wanting to read this biography of King George III, The Last King of America by Andrew Roberts. So hopefully I will get to it this year. Actually, let's see here. It is not long enough for March of the Mammoths, but maybe I'll fit it in somewhere else. We shall see. While I'm at it, let's move all of the history over here so I can easily put them back. Okay, and that's for the other book prompt. Okay. Question number 3. What genre do you want to read more of? So obviously, from my pile of 5, 4 of them are histories. And while my history reading at the end of last year was less than I had hoped for, I'm hoping that once I finish my fairy tale reading project and I get to work on history, my love of history will come back in a big way, and I can focus a lot of my reading on history. But I'm also feeling that manga will be a big part, Japanese comic books, poetry, possibly fiction. We shall see. My reading desires often change throughout the year. I had a big plan last year to read nothing but nonfiction, which would mostly be history, since I have a very paltry general nonfiction and a history wall. So it would have mostly been history, but it didn't turn out that way. So I'm not entirely sure what genre I will ultimately be reading the most of. Right now, I'm thinking history, but we shall see. Question number 4. Name 3 non-book related goals for 2023. I would like to try more recipes. I've gotten into cooking rather heavily the last few years, and I'm quite enjoying it, and I'm getting quite good at it. And I would like to try some more recipes, namely Boston cream pie, get coconut cream pie right, maybe make an apple pie, other dishes, and I might report back. I would also like to get back into art. I paint, and I haven't really painted in a while. The part of my apartment where I paint is kind of a bit messy right now. I need to clean it and sort of move a lot of stuff. But I hope to get into painting again. And the third thing is I would like to, I don't know what a third thing would be. I guess maybe go walking some more. Prompt number 5. What's a book you've had forever that you still need to read? So for this, I'm going to go with another book that is on my 12 TBR, and this was one of the core ones that I had in mind, and that is The Forgetting Moon by Brian Lee Durfee. This is part 1 of the 5 Warrior Angels trilogy, and I've had it for about 5 or 6 years. Let me see. When did this come out? I want to say it came out like 2016 or 2017. So I either bought it in 2017 or 2018, I would think. I mean, it is an ex-library copy, so I don't know when exactly it got de-accessed, but anyway. But I've had this for a while. I've been meaning to get to it, and I have it, and putting it on my 12 TBR means that I'm aiming to get to it sometime this year. When exactly, I don't know. Let me see. It's not big enough for March on the Mammoth, so it might not be there, but I'm thinking maybe I might try to get to it in February. I am still aiming, moving back up to the 5, to try to get to Tomb of Sand in Women in Translation Month, but we'll see. I might try to get to it sooner. I don't know. But anyway, what's the next one? Okay, so the final prompt besides tagging people is, One word describing 2023. So far, weird. And finally, tagging people. I normally tag everybody, so I will once again, if you would like to do this tag, you're tagged, but I would particularly like to see Steve Donahue's response to this or a similar New Year's tag. So any booktube, that's it for this video. Thank you. Have a great afternoon. And I will hopefully see you tomorrow with a new video. I don't know. There are some tag videos that are starting to show up that I might want to do, or I might have a discussion video. I don't know. But until I see you tomorrow or whenever, thanks. Have a great afternoon and stay safe.